My travel journal is completely full after my 2-month trip to Europe, and I can't wait to show you guys everything inside. First things first, I decorated the cover with stickers from every country that I visited. And on the inside, I made divider pages for each country, and here's the one I did for England. Oh, and I also really liked collecting maps from travel centers and putting those into my journal. As always, 95% of my journal is mostly writing with little scraps glued in here and there. Next divider page is Scotland. I collected business cards from the hotel we stayed at and other jewelry stores so that I wouldn't forget in the future. I totally forgot to make a divider page for Croatia, so here's the one I did for Hungary. While in Budapest, I mostly received paper tickets, so I made an entire page dedicated to those tickets. Next country was Sweden. All of these scraps are taken from a brochure when we visited the Museum of Gothenburg. And I hopped over to Denmark, Copenhagen, and I had a ton of scraps to use in my journal. One attraction we visited, they had a bunch of loose leaf pamphlets that had the history of everything. I didn't want to lose this, so I made a little flip book kinda. And then at the end, I made a collage of the remaining scraps that I had left over. This is the divider page I made for Germany when we were in Berlin. And pretty random, on the next page I got bored and I drew Hatsune Miku because I love her. Next up is the Netherlands and Amsterdam. This one is pretty plain, but I think it's really cute. I visited France twice on my trip, once in the beginning and once at the end, so of course, had to make a little collage of the Moulin Rouge. And of course, I glued down the business card from the hotel we stayed at. I promise we're almost at the end. The divider page I made for Lucerne, Switzerland. Visited Mount Pilatus? I don't know how to say it, but I glued down the map from the mountain. Finally, we've made it to the last country. Can you guess what it is? It's Rome, Italy. Sure, that was really easy for you to guess, but I like how this one came out. It was a great way to end the trip with a great collage. You stayed until the end. Here's a little bonus. I glued down other maps that couldn't fit into the other pages, so I just put them in the back. All in all, this was the most fun I've ever had writing and scrapbooking in a journal. I'm gonna post a tutorial on how to easily start a travel journal, so follow me to see that. I love you guys. I'll see y'all on the next update.